All right, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, you guys, so today we're going to be talking about the fact that, first of all, let's start this out. R.I.P. Shanquella Robinson. We want to keep your name alive. We want to keep the story out there. We want justice, okay? Um, I'm going to get into depths, you guys, about some other people who was visiting Mexico, okay? The same time Shanquella was out there, these people were out there. Okay, and I don't feel as if their deaths are going unnoticed because, hello, I got the story in front of me, but I do not feel like we are touching this topic as if we are doing with Shanquella, okay? So I don't feel like they were reaching the same, they're not reaching the same, how can I say this? They're not reaching the same amount of attention, okay? These people were also in Mexico and were found murdered, okay, while vacationing. Um, a lot of people have came to me and asked me to do stories, and you guys, I very much so will. Thanks to the real ones, okay? We got a channel that if you guys recommend I play something, okay, I'm gonna give you guys links to my Instagram so that you guys can send me stories that you would like for me to touch topic on. You can also let me know down in the comments because I really read my comments, okay? I read all of them as much as I can, even if I'm behind on them. I give you guys a heart, and that heart doesn't just mean appreciation. It also means that I read it, okay? If I gave you a heart on the side of your comment, I am actually reading your comments. I'm not just going down the list, putting hearts on them. I'm actually reading them, and I am actually appreciating everyone for their comment, okay? I know there's going to be some people who disagree with what I'm saying, and that's okay. You're all welcome as well, okay? Um, I I take it all in. I appreciate it, okay? These people again were visiting Mexico at the same time um, as Shanquella Robinson, and they were also found murdered, dead, whichever way you guys want to take it. They were found deceased while visiting Mexico. A lot of people are not talking about their story, but we are all mentioning Shanquella. So I do not want this story to go unnoticed, okay? A lot of people are also saying that they're using Shanquella Robinson's story as a cover up. That is a very sensitive topic. So that's why I'm gonna bring light to this subject as well, to this story as well. RIP to all the people that have lost their lives. Mexico, you guys have definitely lost me for a person to ever vacate there, okay? Nothing wrong with my Hispanics. I love all of us. I love every human being, okay? And just because you love a person don't mean you have to like them. I love us all because at the end of the day, we are all the same, okay? Woman, male. That's what you have, okay? Even people that identify as woman and a male, that's all we have, okay? And I love us all the same, okay? This has not been a talked about topic, okay, as such as Shanquella Robinson have. We do not, if that was the case, you guys, I'm also big on conspiracy theories, okay? Just like with Kanika Jenkins, they use the words as a distraction, okay? They say things such as examples. This is just a cover up. This is just to cover up you for something. Okay, so the fact that we were all talking and we are still talking about Shanquella Robinson, I want to bring light to this as well because we don't know the story behind it. This is just a news clip that I found on them. We don't know the story behind it, but let's bring it to light, okay? I'm not saying don't trust Mexico. They just lost my vote, okay? They lost me ever wanting to take a visit to Mexico, okay? You guys are all entitled to your own opinion, entitled to make your own choices. By all means, the Lord has it all planned out. So if you feel as if you're good enough to go, you go right ahead. I in my opinion, I will not be visiting Mexico, okay? We're going to get into this story. Again, they had passed away the same time as Shanquella did. They were also in Mexico visiting an Airbnb. Let me let this here. Okay.
Learn about the circumstances.
Okay. They were also visiting Mexico at the same time, okay, that Shanquella ended up demised. They also came to their fate as well, okay? So we're going to give our condolences to the family members that they left behind. We give our condolences. May the Lord rest you guys in peace. And may we get justice to their families may we get justice for their families as well, okay? It's a little late out here, y'all. My time says that it is 1:07 a.m., okay? So it's a little late, okay? I will stumble a little bit, but I'm going to give you guys my real, okay? So to all my real ones that have subscribed to my channel, I'm giving you guys this footage as we go, okay? I'm watching it with you guys. I have heard about this story. I have not watched this news clip, okay? So I'm going to give my opinion. I will be stopping this as it plays to give you guys my opinion, okay? I do feel like this is a subject that needs to be reached because a lot of people are saying, as I said, I believe in conspiracy theories, and a lot of people are saying they're using the Shanquella Robinson story for a cover up on what happened to the rest of some people that was in Mexico. And all that's important, okay? And I say that to say it's all important because if not only Shanquella got brutally tagged and, and I get the topics are two different things. We don't understand how they passed. We at least got the who, what, and the when and the where with Shanquella, okay? We might not have got the why, but we got the who, what, when, and where, okay? So in here, we have the who, the what, and the when, okay? The who was murdered. We don't got the who that has, because I'm not going to say they were murdered. I don't even know if this news clip is going to mention it. But what we're going to say, we got the who, which is who was found deceased. We got the where, which is in Mexico, in the Airbnb. We do not have the why. We got the when, same time as Shanquella was out there. So around the 28th of November. And we just want to bring light to them as well, okay? We do not want any story to go unnoticed. If this was the case, just look how many things occurred in Mexico. And even though it's being talked about on this news channel, it's not a worldwide as Shanquella is, okay? Because I haven't found too much information on this. I don't know if there's any leading investigations to it. Again, this is just me bringing light to it because it was brought to me, okay? And my condolences again, okay? Let's get into the news clip.
There died last weekend while on vacation in Mexico. And tonight, the mother of Cortez Hall desperately seeking answers in the death of her only son. His family says that he and two of his friends were found dead in their vacation rental home.
Okay, so now we know it was him, he, and two of his friends that was found dead in their vacationing home, okay? Which is the Airbnb. Now, the things that these stories have in common so far is the fact that they were both in Mexico around the same time. They both were Airbnbs, okay? So when you guys are checking into these Airbnbs, I want you guys probably not to visit the villa because we know now that Mexico's for sure do a lot of covering up, okay? They don't want you to seem as if you go visit, this will happen to you. So they try to cover up a lot of these situations. And the fact that this happened the same time around Shanquella, but Shanquella's getting more insight, I can understand while it's not only bothering the family, it's going to bother other people that are tuned in with it as well, okay? It's like everybody's talking about this one incident. I mean, not an incident. one situation, but they're not talking about the other, okay? This all happened around the same time in November while visiting Airbnbs in Mexico, okay? By any means necessary. I want you guys to know I am not, by any means necessary, saying not to visit Mexico. I'm saying they have lost me, okay? I will not probably ever visit Mexico, okay? And for sure, would I ever get an Airbnb in Mexico? You guys are entitled to what you guys want to do. You're an adult, hopefully. Hey, I can't stop you, but I want you guys to be aware of these things because it's not only happening in Mexico, but Mexico at least is enlightening us that we can enlighten others, okay? So, this happened in Mexico. The families are wanting answers. Something is going undescribed in this case as well, okay? And remember, thus far with the Shanquella Robinson case, all we have is there was a warrant out for Dashanae Jackson and that she has been captured, but no one else has been told about under investigation or will be facing any penalties for that crime. So that's why I want to enlighten you guys on this. If you guys do travel out there, make sure you are safe, and I don't know how to tell you to make sure. So you guys, whatever come to your mind, whatever you feel in your gut, please go with it, okay? Your gut don't lie. Your gut doesn't lie. The vibes don't lie. Energy don't lie. If you feel it, if you feel it's not right, if you feel insecure, just don't go. Go with that feeling, okay? And even if it's not what you're feeling, if you're second guessing yourself on any reasons, just leave it alone. Just find you another vacationing spot, because at this point, and I'm not saying they're doing it intentionally, but what I'm saying is when a lot of these things happen, it's being covered up, okay? They rather make the people that come over there feel as if they're going to be safe and secure than them to worry about, well, there was some people who passed away here, and that's why I'm enlightening us, okay? So let's get back into it.
And now they are still waiting to learn about the circumstances surrounding the deaths while also working to bring their bodies back home. WDSU News reporter Shay O'Connor joins us with the very latest.
Let's just think about the money that these people are getting as well, okay, in Mexico from us, okay, as people that goes over there, just to visit, okay? So foreigners come over there, and not only would you have to worry about something in this nature happening to you, your loved ones, after this is happened to you, your loved ones have to come up with the money to get your body back to wherever you came from, because at the end of the day, you're not a residency of New Mexico or Mexico, period, okay? So you're not a residency of Mexico, and your people have to get you back. Not only did you go out there to vacation and you spent your money on the Airbnb, you're spending your money to have fun while out there, maybe to even Uber and things in that nature. You spent your money on the trip just to find out that you won't make it back home, and that your family is going to have to pay to get you shipped back to wherever you were from, okay? So tourists are going out there, spending my money to get out there. I'm saving my money so I can enjoy the trip while out there. I'm spending money while out there. I'm getting one of you guys' Airbnb, and these type of things happen. Like I told you guys, I'm into conspiracy theories only because I want to understand certain things, and to understand certain things you have to do certain research, and they give it certain names so that they will not get lawsuits, incriminate themselves, or they want put a bad image out there, you know what I'm saying? So they use the words conspiracy theory. So I'm into them. I feel as if, again, I just wouldn't visit. I just wouldn't visit, okay? I wouldn't do it. And you guys have to watch your loved ones. And if you hear them, they said him and what, 2 other people. So that's 3 people already. Plus Shanquella. That makes 4 that I know of who passed away out there in their Airbnbs, whether it was different Airbnbs or just those in Mexico. I've also heard that Mexico is kind of ran by the cartel. That's not me telling you guys this. This is me telling you guys what I've heard, okay? It's not me saying, yeah, Mexico is ran by the cartel. This is what I've heard. You guys can like, comment, and subscribe and give your opinion below in the comments, okay? So if that is the case, and you know, everybody else we know, you know, the government's over everything and so forth and so forth. So if the cartel's actually over this, you know, there's no telling if those are their Airbnbs. There's no telling if there's any organs that they're taking from these people. I hadn't been enlightened on those type of things, but I want to enlighten you guys on those type of things happening, okay? Be careful wherever you travel, not just in Mexico. Wherever you travel, be careful. Talking about be careful wherever you guys travel, okay? I like to leave my location on. If so, set you up a camera. Keep a camera somewhere hidden in there if it's possible. Look for places that have those cameras in there that can at least have cameras so that when you come through your door, because I remember me getting us an Airbnb, we had a camera on the door. So anybody walk through the door, they would be on a camera. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you guys need to do things in that nature. Look for places that are having those type of security measures, okay, on their properties. At the end of the day, these are just house owners, you know, renting out their houses. At the end of the day, that's what it is. To sum it all up, that's what an Airbnb is, okay?
On the situation, Shay.
Yeah, family tells me Cortez Hall was a 7th grade history teacher right here at Camp in New Orleans East. Now, his mom, Ciola Hall, tells me she received the news on Monday, her birthday, when the U.S. Embassy called.
I don't know. It's just, it's hurting. It's a hurtful thing. I'm not getting any sleep. It's sleep off and on, waking up all through the night. And I think I'll just feel much better if he was just back home.
Ciola Hall and her children say it's an agonizing time as they wait for answers.
They don't know what happened to my child. They are under investigation with it. And that's all they can tell us.
And there's nothing more devastating than being a parent and you're just trying to get those answers and they can't give you those answers because it's under investigation. I remember a lot of people in the comments would say, well, where are you getting this information from if they hadn't told Shanquella Robinson's mom that? Well, with an ongoing investigation, you guys, a lot of things, the parents, the friend, you guys won't have that information. And it's because it's an ongoing investigation, okay? So they have to get details, and then certain details that they get, they can only use, like if it goes to trial on something, or, you know, if it's in that type of nature, then they can't let the mom know. They can't let the loved ones know. I do feel like it's a shitty ordeal, but that's the way it works, okay? When it's an ongoing investigation, and you guys, it can be an open case for years. I'm big into the crime shows and the forensic stuff. I'm big on that. So it can be an ongoing open investigation for years, okay? And it can just be an open case, right? Maybe a lot of old cases can get shipped like to the colleges and things in that nature where they might can find answers. And just by the grace of God, you'll get your answers before you pass. You understand what I'm saying? I know this is a sensitive topic, so I'm trying to word it right so that I'm not offending anyone. but just more so giving understanding, okay? When an ongoing investigation is going on, there's a lot of things we won't know, okay, as civilians, as people outside the box, okay? And that's for your relatives, close friends, people just on the outside looking in. None of us will get those details. As much as we would love to know, if it doesn't make it to some type of crime TV, then we will never know, okay? If they don't keep putting it on the TV, like it doesn't keep making the news, it doesn't make the newspaper, then there's certain things we will never know, okay? If that makes sense to you guys, there's just a lot that we will never know, okay? And when it's an ongoing investigation, there's a lot of things that even loved ones will not be told. And by the grace of God, like I said, it might take to the point that you guys, you know, because the more things go on, honestly, if you don't forget, it just doesn't become a everyday thing as it did when it first occurred. So you guys aren't asking as many questions. You guys aren't steady calling. You guys don't have the funds to get it investigated by someone outside of the department or outside of the people that's working on it. So if you don't have those funds, then a lot of things go unanswered, okay? I need you guys to be aware of that, okay? So before we get down in those comments, be aware of the things that you say, okay? This is a sensitive topic. I have to watch what I say. I'm trying my hardest to word it in a way of understanding, and being respectful as well. And I would like the same in my comments, okay? Let's get back into it.
Cortez Hall is a New Orleans native. We're told his two friends were from Virginia. Hall's mom says the group traveled to the capital city of Mexico for a short trip over the Halloween weekend. Now relatives are desperately trying to piece together just what happened to the trio.
Oh, see, I was told that this happened around the same time as Shanquella. That's what I was told. I'm watching this with you guys. So now we know it's around the the Halloween weekend, okay? So we're learning new things about it as well. But they were mighty close. And maybe that's what the person meant when they sent me this information. Maybe they were meaning that this happened, you know, kind of close to when Shanquella ended up missing. Was brutally attacked. Okay, let me word that the right way. They probably meant that this happened before then Shanquella Robinson's story was aired. They went missing in Mexico as well. So I might have just took it the wrong way. But like I told y'all, I'm watching this with you guys. So I don't know. I do let you guys know at the beginning what I was told, what my research was on this. But this is my first time watching this about these people. I just wanted to bring light to it. So bear with me. I apologize to put that on the same time as Shanquella. I'm watching this with you guys. When I got the video, that's what I was told on it. So that's what I aired out. I'm not going to erase this, you guys. I'm going to give it to you raw, okay? So the real ones will get it. Thank you for being with me. Let's continue.
Now are bits and pieces.
There was a male and a female. All three had gone over. And the female, she was able to contact her boyfriend to let him know that that she couldn't feel her legs. Her legs were numb. She couldn't move her legs. And she said, and she, kept throwing up.
And the family says it's been a real challenge getting Hall and his friends' bodies back to the United States.
Okay. So do you see that was kind of, not with the leg numbing, I'm not sure about that, but the alcohol poisoning. You get how they were trying to say that happened with Shanquella. So I'm trying to see what they meant when they sent me this. And when they sent me this, why did I figure they passed away the same time as Shanquella around that time. But it's still, you guys, around that time. The difference is it wasn't around November 28th, okay? It wasn't around those times. It was Halloween weekend, which is the end of October, okay? So leading into probably the beginning of November, I'd say, okay? And if you see what she said, I can't feel my legs. She called her spouse and said, I can't feel my legs. And she was throwing up. So that probably throwing up and stuff is why they would think it had something to do with alcohol poisoning, Shanquella Robinson type stuff, okay? I'm going to keep watching. I'm not going to speak too much on it. I'm just trying to enlighten us, okay?
States. When someone unfortunately passes abroad, it's a language barrier, and then it's not a lot of information that they give you over the phone.
I just found out Monday, and I feel like as of Monday, we haven't gotten to nowhere.
The hope for the Hall family to find out exactly what happened to the guy they say had a love for history, music, traveling, and his family, and to get him home for a proper burial. His mom had a message for other parents in the hopes that this won't happen to anyone else's child.
Parents, please talk to your children. Please, when they're going out of the United States, please talk to them. Let them know that they need to be aware of what could happen.
Now, as you can imagine, teachers, staff, and students here at KIPP all devastated at the loss of their beloved teacher. And we did reach out to the U.S. Embassy on the situation. They sent us a statement that reads in part, "We can confirm the death of 3 U.S. citizens in Mexico. We're closely monitoring local authorities' investigation into the cause of death. We stand ready to provide all appropriate assistance. Out of respect for the privacy of the families, we have nothing further to add at this time." We also reached out to the owners of the home where I'm told the group was renting from. At this time, we have not heard back from the death of 3 U.S. citizens in Mexico. We're closely monitoring local.
Okay, so they say they're closely monitoring, okay? Oh, Lord, this is so much, y'all. Okay, so we are closely monitoring local authorities investigating into the cause of death. So at this point, they haven't even had an autopsy done on their loved ones that has been given back to them from this article, okay? I don't know if it's out there. I'm just going off the one that I received, okay? The one that I'm talking about is this one here on the screen that you guys are all watching. So at this point of us watching this, these people haven't even received an autopsy letting them know the cause of death, okay? And I feel like the mother's statement was very dead on, okay? I feel like she hit the spot. You guys have to be aware. That's why I gave you guys a little bit on what you should look for if you're renting an Airbnb, such as a camera was on the door when I went there. So the camera at the door kind of helps you know at least who came inside and outside. Also, with them being in Mexico, and this is another reason why I wouldn't be visiting, you guys, they can't really even, and if they can, at the time of these people, saying this story here, they really don't have any English people around. As far as speaking English goes, there's a lot of not understanding each other. And that's another reason I can't go. I mean, I speak English fluently. I'm a U.S. citizen, born and raised, okay? And I'm not too good on other languages as well. So I'm pretty sure my family isn't. And just to think, I'm somewhere way in Mexico, and these people can barely even communicate with my family. These are the reasons they lost me as a tourist. I wouldn't be there, okay? Because of that type of situation. You can visit there. It'll be a great site. I get it. But if something was to happen, could they communicate with your family? that's a big issue, especially when they are behind your burial arrangements. You know what I'm saying? Or wanting to know what happened, what was the cause of death, and these people can't even speak to them in a term which they understand. You get what I'm saying? Y'all have to be careful of where you decide to go, because just that easy, your death could go unnoticed. Okay? They did say that it's under investigation, but again, just how the U.S. was behind on Shanquella Robinson, I feel as if, you guys, and I'm just big on right is right and wrong is wrong, they deserve the same outcome. They deserve the same publicity that story's getting, because this family as well, at this point in time of me watching this, does not have answers, okay? They don't have any answers. They're monitoring local authorities investigating into the cause of death. So they doesn't even have, at this point of me watching this from this point of view, they don't even have the cause of death, you guys, okay? And that there can just be traumatizing by itself, okay? There's no explanation of how my child or someone else's child went to Mexico and you guys haven't even gave them a cause of death, if you get what I'm saying, okay? This is not that long. It's getting ready to come off, but I did want to bring this to you guys' attention. Please like, comment, and subscribe at the bottom. Give me your comments, your feedbacks, and what do you feel on the situation? Should we be touching this topic as much as we're doing Shanquella? Do you guys feel like there is something in Mexico that they're trying to cover up when it comes to Tauruses? Do you guys feel as if they think that the Airbnbs lose more than the tourists if tourists don't come? Why do you guys think that this is happening, and why do we not have answers? Okay, let me know what you guys think.
Authorities' investigation into the cause of death. We stand ready to provide all appropriate assistance out of respect for the privacy of the families.
We stand ready to provide all appropriate, okay? They stand ready. We did it with Shanquella. Let's do it, okay? Let's not stand ready to provide all appropriate consular assistance. Let's do it, okay? Let's fight for them as well, okay? I don't want any one families to feel as if one shadowed the other. We need justice for all, okay? And this is not just with these people. It could have been anyone. You know what I'm saying? You want to treat people how you want to be treated. If this was my situation, that's what I would want, and that's why I'm doing it, okay?
We have nothing further to add at this time. We also reached out to the owners of the home where I'm told the group was renting from. At this time, we have not heard back. Reporting from New Orleans East, Shay O'Connor.
See, they haven't even heard back. So think about the owners of the Airbnb, right? Why haven't you guys responded to them? Okay? Why haven't you guys put light on that situation at the time that this came out? We're not talking about anything after this here, okay, report, because we're going off this report, not what we found out, because I haven't did any research after this report. I'm watching it here first with the real ones, okay, with you guys. Why haven't that Airbnb owner reached out? At this point, you can at least say we don't have any answers. We didn't have any cameras. We don't know. But you guys just haven't even responded at this point, okay? At the point that this was aired, okay?
Issue News.
Shay, thank you. WDSU has also reached out to Troy Carter, Congressman Troy Carter, Governor John Bel Edwards' office, just to see if they're doing anything to help Hall's remains get back to the United States.
And Gina, both offices say that they are aware of what happened, and they say they are working with the family right now.
And if you guys can, I don't know if they have a GoFundMe account, but I'll definitely find out for you guys. And if I find one, I will definitely post it here. Okay, I will edit this video just to post the GoFundMe account. Because maybe you guys, it's very much so likely that they might not have the same funds, to get their loved ones back. Everybody don't have insurance. Everybody can't afford it. And even if they could, that's probably just burial insurance. It's like we can pay to get you buried, but you got to get them back here to pay to get them buried. And I don't know how it goes in Mexico, but if the insurance is out here, could they pay for them to get buried in Mexico? Then how about the family having to travel all the way out there? You get what I'm saying? So let's get light to this story so at least we can be helpful. Okay? So all the real ones, please let me know in the comments, if you guys know anything about this situation, if you guys know about any GoFundMe accounts in these family situations, post it. Let us know. You guys are like family. You guys are family. Not like family. You guys are family. And as a family, we need to come together, okay? Again, a family consists of males, females, children, males or females. So, race, never my issue. Family, okay? Males and females. Humans, okay? Y'all are family. Let's bring light to it. Okay? Let's get help. Let's get justice. Let's find out. Let's put our foots on their necks just as well we did before. If we do it once, we can do it again. Have faith. You go by faith, not by sight, and you'll get a better outcome. Everything happens for a reason, okay? So if it's their time, I get it. There's nothing we can do to stop them from passing. But let's bring lights to these type of situations because we don't want them to go unnoticed. We don't want to brush it off because it's not our immediate family. Okay, that's what it is. There's the immediate family, and then it's all of us. We're all in this together. At the end of the day, you treat someone